Well, hello there, running ears. It's a Friday again, so I skipped a day. I was hoping that we had some news to report. Not a lot of news, or at least direct news, but I still want to hear about Coast to Coast. That's why I'm wearing this shirt, guys. And so we still haven't heard anything about it. We need to hear something soon. When I looked over the information, remember, guys, there's going to be 2 tracks. One is going to consist of Disney World, either the half marathon, the full marathon, and of course challenges count. And then the following week is going to be the half marathon, or of course the challenges involved there. But you're going to have the choice of picking that medal or whatever they're giving, or the second choice, which we won't get into, but it'll entail the runs that are later on in the year. My guess is going to be some kind of lanyard that's going to be different. Usually the medals are the same, but you never know. So they haven't announced anything. So that I'm expecting very soon, but I went ahead of myself. So basically, before I do this, I always tell people, thank you very much. We're over 950 last time I checked. We want to get to 1,000, guys. So please subscribe to the channel, guys. Please share the information, guys. You guys have been amazing. You guys, I already started helping some of you guys out, pre-approved, so that on the Facebook page you guys can post, because you guys have been amazing doing that. The positivity is great, and it's just going to continue to grow. So without further ado, we got a little bit of news, and then I got some tips of stuff that you can start doing now with what we know. So the little bit of news is basically Walcot is coming down. We did the video live last week, and you know, we got to see that parts of it are not going to come down, and that was pretty obvious. The Communicore area is not going to be down, but as you can see, we're going to have some space to run, especially right by Creations, the store, and the right in between the store and the Creations Cafe. So that's going to be awesome. And the other one is, are we going to get to go in to see Walt? You know, Walt's statue is out, so that's amazing. It's going to be right in the middle. My guess, guys, is that there is going to be some runners that are going to try to go out there. I don't know if they'll set something up for us runners. That's going to be interesting to see if they're going to set something up. But at that time, especially during the marathon, guys, there's going to be big crowds coming in. So I'm not sure if you're going to even want to stop and take a picture. Usually at that time in the marathon, a lot of people don't stop to take pictures anyway, because they're just wanting to get finished. But guys, if you do, you might have to battle with the regular crowd, guys. So it's a toss-up of what's going to happen. Maybe they'll say something about it ahead of time. If not, it's going to be a play it by ear. You're going to have to run by and look to see if there's a short line or no line or whatever it is, or if they're going to be battling the regular park attendees of that day, guys. But I think it's amazing. We're going to get to see a little bit more. This is the first time since 2019, guys, that we actually get to see a little bit more of Epcot instead of the Walcot. So guys, now we're going to go into some tips. It's 5 tips basically of stuff that you can start doing now that is going to help your trip. And number 1 is to trust your training. Guys, you guys have been training for a while now, hopefully. And so guys, whatever you have been doing in training, it's basically practice of what you do that day. So if you've ever done a sporting event, if you've ever taken a test, you study until you take the test. So the days of the runs are the final exams, guys. So right now is when you can make mistakes. You can sit there and going, okay, I didn't do that right. So test everything out right now. If you're going to be carrying something, water, goo, a snack, something like that, and then just test it out. Test out new shoes, test out new clothing. If it's a little bit heavier, test that out now to make sure that you have an idea of what to expect instead of getting that on race day, which is not a good thing. I'll share a story where I remember running and I decided, I wanted a piece of chocolate. And it was during my first marathon ever there at Disney World, as a matter of fact, in 2012. And as I'm running by, I grabbed the chocolate, I ate it. About a mile later, my stomach felt horrible. And I had not used that in my training, guys. And after that, I decided, yeah, I'm not going to try anything new on my race days. Does that mean it's going to affect you? No. Does that mean it can affect you? Yeah. So guys, the whole idea is not to try anything new. So don't buy new shoes and use them the next day. Can you get away with it? Yes. Will you? It's hard to tell, but you just don't want to. You want to use whatever you've had in training. With that said, guys, it's going to segue to the next thing is the weather. We do not know anything about the weather at Disney World in Florida because it could be hot, it could be cold, it could be a mixture of the two. Last year, the first 3 days were cool and cold. The last day was warm. So the marathon was warm. The first 3 days were not were cool. So, guys, we really don't know, guys. I do know this: if you're doing coast to coast, or if you're just doing the Disneyland ones, you're gonna start off and it's gonna be cold. That's gonna be cold. That's the way it is. It's usually that way anyway. So it could be the 40s, 50s to start off. It can actually heat up pretty quickly once the sun comes out, or it can stay cold. But at least you know where you're starting off at Disneyland. Going back to the Disney World. So you guys who are training in the cold weather right now, and it's not going to get any warmer. The 2 suggestions that I give you is you can train a little bit during the day when it is a little bit warmer, and then you can pile up on stuff so you can get used to running when you're a little bit more, you have a little bit more body heat, and so you can get adjusted to that. And the other idea is if you have access to a treadmill or something indoors, you can turn it up a little bit so that way you can get acclimated to that. One of the things when I ran with the balloon ladies, the 10K that this past year, and one of the things I really noticed, and it was very obvious, is people have had a hard time acclimating to the warmer weather, and they were having problems breathing, and I could see that. So it made me think, going like, okay, maybe this is a way we can help them. If not, also you also have Coach Nick that you can reach out to. He's on Facebook. You go to the Running Ears and just go and ask for Coach Nick Bruschi. He lives over there, so he has the advantage that I don't. And so you can ask him. Of course, you can ask me. I can give you my ideas. But again, since he lives there, he's got the point of view is right there, where me, I can just tell you what experience it is. But guys, that's the second thing, is you can start preparing a little bit for the weather. I was always going to suggest is make sure that you pack your 2 running styles. So one is going to be your warm weather or warmer weather, and one is going to be your colder weather, because you just don't know what you're going to get. So number 3, and I've seen this a little bit out there, is park days. What are you going to do? You can prepare those now. So do you guys want to prepare to go to the parks right after? Do you guys want to stay later, for a couple of days after the run, so that you can enjoy the parks? Or are you going to get there a little bit earlier? But guys, for those of you who are going to have park days where you are going to run and then you're going to go to the park for a while, this is what I started doing, and it's really worked out for me. The days that I do my long runs, 10, 15, 20-mile runs, okay, I actually plan some activity where I'm going to have to go to the mall, walk around, go somewhere where I'm going to have to walk around for the next hour or 2, and I'm going to see how my legs react to that. So guys, I would do that just because you're going to get an idea of how your body is going to react. It may not react 100% that way at Disney World because, again, weather is going to be a little bit different, or it can be a little bit different, guys, but at least you get an idea. The next thing you can start prepping is meals, guys. This is very important. This is going back to the first thing we said, is you're right now in your practice mode. So guys, practice your meals. What do you have at your disposal that's going to give you the best benefits the next day? So sometimes it's going to be, eating, certain meals that actually help you run better. That's why we say keep a journal, do that. And then when you go to Disney, make sure that you have access to at least something comparable to that, so you can get that the night before. So again, I like salmon and vegetables, so I will cook salmon and vegetables the day before a long run. And now they have it at most of the resorts now, so I'm able to get some of that at my resort. But before, I even went to Rainforest Cafe. I think T-Rex has them also. So guys, that's just me. But guys, practice the meals now. There's something that you can start doing now, is practice the meals, so that way you know how your body reacts. If you have a certain meal and the next day your run is sluggish, then change it up. Right now is when you can change that up. And then when you get something that you run and you go like, wow, I felt great, I felt amazing, I felt like I had more energy, then that's where you can do that. And on top of that, you can start looking where you can get that meal now. So if you have to swing by Disney Springs, if you have to get it at your hotel or a different resort, now it's the time to make some plans so you can get that and get back to your resort in time to rest for the race day. And the last thing that you can start doing right now is just get ready for the event guide, guys. So the event guide is going to be coming soon. How soon? I don't know. It could be next week. It could be in a couple weeks. But we should get the Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend one first. We should get the Disneyland second. They might come at the same time. I doubt it. But they will come. And what I suggest, strongly suggest, before you get online to ask questions, even me, asking me questions, is go ahead and read it. Now, if you are going to be driving there, look at the transportation tab so you get the information, guys. No, I have a habit of reading everything because even though I don't drive myself there, I know some of you will ask questions. So I do that on purpose so I can give you guys the best information. And if you guys ever reach out to me, I can say, all right, here is where it is. So that way you have that directly from Disney. So guys, be ready to read that event guide. Read it completely because there's things right now, such as what time to get to your corral. That is new. I shouldn't say it was new. It was always there. Now they're stressing it because people are still getting there a little late and saying, hey, but I'm in Corral C, but it's already past your time, so you're going to have to get in Corral D or E. And so they're stressing it over and over. They even send out specialized emails. But guys, read it all. Read it all. Get yourself educated. That's going to be the best weapon that you're going to have, so that way you know. And if you get to the expo, you can ask the questions there. And of course, reach out to me. And right now, I'm actually working on a couple of answers for questions that people have asked me online, and continue asking me. I'm trying to figure out some stuff. Photo Pass for Disneyland is one of the ones I'm trying to figure out. That one I will have an answer before the run. With that said, guys, by next week, I'm assuming we're going to start getting some information. And guys, and then I'm going to start breaking it down. We start going over it, guys. Another thing that I'm working on a shirt. This is so exciting for me. I just sent it in to get it perfected, basically. It is the Dopey to Dumbo Challenge shirt. And so I'm working on that. I will have, hopefully by next time I speak, I will have the picture of it. If not, remember, join the Facebook page, the Running Ears Facebook page. And actually, it's Manny Runs Disney on Instagram. And I will post the shirt once they send it to me, which might even be today. I'm going to post it on there so you guys can see it. I'm going to order some shirts. Right now I'm looking at some purple and blue shirts. So guys, if you have any ideas, please comment down below. If you want a shirt, comment down below. I'm probably going to give away a handful of them. And so we have access to that. And I'm going to actually see if maybe selling some of them. Again, I'm not looking at making a profit. It's just something if you like it and you want to take it to the expo, run with it, whatever you want to do, guys. But that's it. Guys, without further ado, this is my first video here in a couple of weeks, actually 3 weeks. And so I'm glad to be back, guys. Yeah, I'm preparing for colder weather. The cold front's coming in, and I'm pretty sure you guys know it. So guys, but without further ado, it's going to be a great weekend. Create a magical day. Create a magical run. And guys, see you sooner than later.